Hey guys, what's up? Evilzombie here. So I basically recorded this whole thing earlier, and I have to redo it because I mistook some of my facts. So today we're going to be talking about an RPG that's very cheap and very easy to pick up and play. This one's called Travel Sized RPG. In my last video where I tried to record this, I thought it was a free one, but this is like a $1 thing on Drive Through RPG. Still very cheap. But on there, it's like $1, or you can get like the bundle. They have a bundle where it has a bunch of adventures with it, and it's still very cheap, cheaper than most RPG systems you'll find. I'll include a link in the description below, of course, and you can go check it out. My link will be an affiliate link, just an FYI. It doesn't cost you anything extra, it just helps me out. So to jump into this, it's a very basic system. The entire thing can be done without pens and paper and dice and all that. I'll set the character sheets over. Um, Basically, the entire system is just 3 pages. So you have, and this is just a folded up piece of paper because it all fits on there. It's a booklet, or there's a regular 2-page printout. So this is the cover. You have these 2 pages, and you have this page, and that's the whole thing. And that's fantastic how small, simple this book is. We can breeze through this sucker. Basically, when you're creating your character, you have 5 points, and then you allocate that to. Oh, here, I'll just show you the character sheet at the same time. They give you several character sheets as well. They give you 4 characters, just kind of as an example to use. You can make your own, it's fine. But you have physical stats and you have mental stats. So for pushing open a heavy door, physical; for solving the puzzle in the room or doing a search for something to see if you notice something, mental. It doesn't have to be fantasy. It can be sci-fi. It can be dystopian future, whatever. Um, but basically, with Parthenia the elf. This is physical 4, so they have 5 points. They allocated 4 to physical and 1 to mental. So she's not very good at mental stuff, but for physical, she has pretty good stats on that. So if you have a setup where if you're doing so the base mechanic of this is a pick the number I'm thinking game, where instead of dice, the dungeon master would be like, okay, I'm thinking one number between 1 and 10. If you're someone that has 2, then they would have that range for, well, basically the roll. So within 2 of that number, or within 1 of that number. So you have, what's it called? So if my number was 5, anything between 3 and 7 would be acceptable. But if they guessed 2, then they would fail that roll. And that's the difference between failure and success. And they can modify these things, because when you're making a character, you also get to add an item that has like a +1 to it. So they can use that item, like it says on these, like Great Sword, Potion of Flying. Those can be like a +2 bonus. But then they can discard something, or the weapon might break. There's just different ways to work around it. But it's a very easy rule set. That's the gist of how things work. They either succeed or they fail, and it's all about that scale. So it's either like a 1 to 5, or a 1 to 15, or a 1 to 25, 1 to 30, whatever number scale you want to use, just based on how difficult the challenge is. Doesn't matter how many players you have, and it doesn't matter what the story is. You can go through it and just have fun. That's the cool thing about it. It's all about success or failure, and, well, basically I explained the gist of how it works to you. Different creatures have different point challenges. Everyone has like a certain amount of points for their health. So like on here, it mentions a 10-point challenge for defeating a goblin, so they have 10 health. So if they're successful, maybe they do like the 4. What's it called? Oh yeah, I was mixing this up. I think the damage they do is their stat, or the number on that. I'll read through it again to clarify later. It's fine, but if you read through it again carefully, it's easy enough to understand. I'm just kind of talking at the same time, so I'm mixing up stuff. But in short, guys, it's fun, it's simple, and you don't need anything else other than what comes printed. So I would suggest it. Go check it out. Why not? It's only about $1. If you want to, then you can get the bundle. I have the bundle, and I think it's worth it. It's cool. So, anyways, guys, that's all for that. I'm also a dungeon master for hire. Here's my self-promotion kind of junk. Description below, everything's in there. You can check out all the links. You can check out all my stuff, all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys later. Just thanks for being awesome. Bye.